favorite at plus 550 to win the Super Bowl. The next closest team is plus 1,000. I'm curious to know from your perspective, what is the biggest challenge for the LA Rams this upcoming season?
I think for me, it's just like, don't look too far ahead. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. Don't eat the rat poisons.
The
like
cheese.
Nick, don't take the cheese. Like Nick Saban will always say. You know, you're in Tinseltown, you're in L.A. There's a lot of opportunity for you to read your own press clippings. But we know that, you know this, it's a week-to-week league, and you can be humbled very quickly in this league. Injuries can devastate you at a moment's notice, and so if you're the Rams, you have to stay locked in at each and every moment, each and every day.
Speaking of staying humbled, Ben Johnson is not that, at least not right now. And Damien, I know it's talking season here coming out of training camps, but Ben Johnson said that this season, the goal isn't just to win a Super Bowl for his team. The goal is to be the most explosive offense in the league, to go undefeated, and to blow every single team out. Is it smart that he said that?
I love it.
I
love that.
Thank you.
I love that. And I'm going to just give you guys a quick story. Rex Ryan, you know, when Rex Ryan coached me with the New York Jets his first year, the very first thing he told us offensively, we're going to lead the league in rushing. We're going to lead the league in rushing. And you know what we did that year? We led the league in rushing. I like when coaches make proclamations. I like when they're bold and stuff like that. Players eat that type of stuff up. A lot of things had to happen for the Chicago Bears in order to, you know, have that happen. I think Caleb Williams had to be more consistent. Their receivers have to be big time. Roma Denze has to be big time. Luther Burden has to be big time. But listen, Ben Johnson is a mad scientist. I love his brashness, and I love that he put that on the table for his team.
We're talking with ESPN NFL analyst Damien Woody, two-time Super Bowl champion. And who'd you win those with?
Bill Belichick.
And what did he say?
He said a lot of things. Listen, but you know what? There's a lot of ways to get to the ultimate destination.
Okay, explain seriously. Let's talk about this for a second, because this has been a hot topic now over the last 20 minutes on our show. Is the coaches saying things, the proclamations, LaFleur making the comments about Jordan Love, Amber just brought up Ben Johnson's comments. Explain the difference and why both can work, because you worked with both of them. Belichick and Rex, not the same outward personality. Why do both messages work?
I think you have to have buy-in you have to have the players buy into what you're selling.
Yep.
Ultimately, that's what it really comes down to. Bill Belichick was just such a savant. You know, there's not a better football mind that I have been around than Bill Belichick, and he just kept you in the moment. He never allowed you to drift further away than being in that moment right then and right now. It was all about preparation. Rex had the bravado. The stuff that Rex was selling to you each and every time he spoke, you just gravitated towards that. You didn't want to let him down. And so they were totally on the opposite ends of the spectrum, but they were both successful as far as my career is concerned.
So just a quick understanding of this for both of you. It's the coach recognizing who he's coaching as to whether, like if Ben Johnson was coaching a different group of players, maybe he wouldn't have said things like that he recognizes this group is going to be motivated by the bravado. Does that make sense?
Well, but here's what I would say.
Yeah.
See, it's easier it's easier for Ben Johnson to say these type of things after the season the Chicago Bears had last year. They were wildly successful. I mean, you go out here, you win the NFC North. You go out here, you have some playoff success, and then you follow it up the following year. Like, guys, okay, last year was last year. That's not good enough. Here's what we need to aim for now. I want us to go out there and have the type of year that Peyton Manning had with the Denver Broncos. What was it, back in like 2013?
Correct.
Yeah, that's the type. I want to eclipse that. Sometimes you have to, in order for your guys are hungry. You got to put tidbits out there for them to go out there and attack it, and I think that's what Ben Johnson's doing.
We saw the Minnesota Vikings name Kyler Murray the quarterback one, the starting quarterback for the regular season before a preseason game was even played. Interesting timing on the decision, given that it was billed as a quarterback battle in training camp. Curious to get your take on who has the most to gain from that decision being made, who has the most to lose.
Well, I mean, listen, Kyler has the most to gain, obviously. It's hard to screw up a KOC system. Like, being in that Kevin O'Connell system, I would say Sean McVay is number one with the Rams. KOC is number two. like just the ability to make quarterbacks look good.
Yep.
Man, it's such a treat to be in that.
User-friendly.
And it's very quarterback friendly. And Kyler brings something that Kevin O'Connell has never coached before as far as the quarterback position. His athletic ability. Think about the things that he'll be able to exploit with Kyler Murray back there. Now, I will say this one caveat. Kyler has to stay healthy. That's been his one bugaboo. He's a small quarterback. He has a tendency to be hurt. But if he can stay healthy with that Minnesota Vikings team around him, I mean, think about it, guys. They were 9-8 with horrendous quarterback play.
Awful.
Horrendous. You mean to tell me a healthy Kyler Murray who's all in can't have this Minnesota Vikings team as one of the best teams in the NFC? I'm in.
So they can win the division.
They could win. Oh, they could win the division. When you got Brian Flores, mad scientist on the defensive side, drawing up all types of schemes to get after the quarterback, and you got Kyler Murray with a all-in Justin Jefferson, who actually believes that his quarterback is going to be able to get him the football, along with Jordan Addison and all these other weapons, I'm absolutely all in.
So they made their quarterback decision. How do we feel about the teams that haven't yet made the quarterback decision? We were talking about the Cleveland Browns earlier. Deshaun is going to start for preseason game 1. Everyone's freaking out about that, Damien. But at the end of the day, they haven't yet announced who's the starting quarterback for game 1 of the regular season. Does it matter that it's getting a little bit late here?
I will say this, people want to tend to force feed like who they think should be the starting quarterback. I would caution people in doing that because, CC, you know this as well as I do. You can't fool the locker room.
Nope.
You cannot. The minute you try to force feed an agenda on the locker room, that's when you get a rebellion. That's when you get revolt within the locker room. Guys know, they see on a day-to-day basis who's actually playing well and who's not. So the coach got to go out there, let the cards fall where they may, whether it be Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. Let the best man win, and that's how you get a locker room buying into what you're selling.
So just very quickly, when you're saying you can't fool the locker room, that is, let's just use the two of you. That is the coach saying, we're going to have CC start. And everybody's like, well, Damien's the backup and he's outplayed him. What's the real reason you're having CC start? That's what you're saying in that?
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately when we get to week 1, when we get to the regular season, right now it's preseason, the coach is trying to figure things out. But when we get to week 1, you can't fool the players. We see it all.
Let me give you a full circle example. Mm-hmm. We're going to start J.J. McCarthy this upcoming season and let Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones walk. One of them leads a historic offense in the first half of the season. The other one leads his team to a Super Bowl. They knew they couldn't start J.J. McCarthy this upcoming season.
Because that would be fooling the locker room. Basically.
Exactly. Damien,
you'll see him on ESPN on SportsCenter in just a couple of minutes. Get up at 8 a.m. Eastern. Always a pleasure. Damien, thank you so much. As always, coming up. Are we done giving